Hey everybody, welcome back to Hart Talks. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm glad I recorded the next bit of the video a couple of days ago, so you don't have to hear me croaking like this for the whole video. I hope you're all well and safe and surviving this quarantine. I have decided to do a new segment of Hart Talks called Quarantine Conversations, and the first person to be on this is somebody that is not afraid of a camera by any way, shape or means, and when you see who it is, you'll realise that this is very true. I'm going to try and get people on over the next couple of weeks to tell us how they're surviving with being locked in, and are they trying to kill their partners, or are you on your own and you're finding it tough? And here, my special first guest on Isolation Conversations is...
Hi, I'm back!
Carolyn! Kaz, you know, I was looking today and you've been on 6 of my videos.
6?
Yeah. You were on the one where you came to London for Dream Girls. You were
Yeah.
on the one where I came to visit you when you were in
My Fair Lady.
My Fair
Oh,
Lady. And then Rita when you were playing Maid in Dagenham. And then you did the one, the HIV and My
Question and
Friends.
answer.
And then you did one more, which was Christmas. Christmas, yeah. So
I was like, you were drunk that night.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you, sir?
Yeah, you know, hanging in there. Staying well away from everybody. So yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, every morning that I'm waking up just now, I keep thinking, oh, it's all been a dream and everything's going to be back to normal. I think the whole situation is just so surreal, and it's something that I don't think any of us ever expected to be in.
No, it's something that none of us have experienced and don't really know how to deal with properly, do we? It's because there's no guidebook for what to do when a virus hits like this. You know, how's your mum?
She's good. I think out of the both of us, she's the one that might be close to breaking point. My mum is 69. I was still working up until last Tuesday, so going to work for me and coming home to my mum, because I was mixing with people on a daily basis, was obviously quite worrying. She's quite an active 69-year-old because she walks all the time, so she would be up and down to Bishop Briggs Cross, back to the house, going to look after my brother's 2 kids on the days that she had them after school. So for her, I think this is definitely the biggest challenge. I've allowed her to walk up to our local shops, which is like 5 minutes from here, and that gets her out. She's been doing her exercise in the garden. But when we need to do a supermarket run, it's me that goes on my own, because they're only letting in one at a time anyway, and one from one household. But I'm glad not being at work anymore. I'm kind of not bringing that threat home, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely, because you know, I think that everybody that is still work, you know, a lot of people that are working in the National Health Service, or people that are working, you know, in government jobs that are still going to work and having to come home to family, it really must be a worry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how people are doing it. I really don't.
I noticed that you posted a video the other night of the NHS when people were out cheering and applauding. It was really emotional, wasn't it?
Very, and it was so nice to see so many people out in my street who were clapping. Lady across the road had her tambourine out, cheering. The car horns that were going. We had fireworks going off somewhere in Glasgow City at that precise moment in time as well. But to see communities coming together like that was quite special. Yeah,
I must admit, I didn't think, you know, I don't feel there's much community where I live, but so I kind of thought I'll open the door and there won't be anybody, but I was really surprised, you know. People were out applauding and cheering and shouting, and it was
it was much needed and much well deserved, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. It
So
really was.
what's been going on in your life besides coronavirus? Since, because the last time I saw you, you were down in London for the big 4-0.
Well, since then, my job's changed. I have moved from where I was for 4 years previously. I'm now at a big city centre Glasgow hotel. Don't really want to use names. But I've been there for just about a year, and it's been an amazing move for me. I love it. I've been in the hospitality industry for over 20 years, and it's the first job that I've had that has been a Monday to Friday job, which is absolutely crazy. But it's great for being able to plan stuff and know when I'm going to be in. But yeah, leaving where I was a really, really hard decision because I was so attached to everybody there. An emotional one, shall we say, but it's definitely been the right move for me, 100%.
Good. And I know you were talking, you emailed me just before all this kicked off, didn't you, about travel places for America. So it's obviously that is all on hold now.
Who knows when we'll get to go travelling again. I guess I'm lucky that I hadn't actually bought flights as of yet. I didn't really want to be in that situation where it was cancelled and money back and all that. But yeah, I'll travel when hopefully this is all
over and done with. Yeah. Do you know, it's amazing, isn't it, Kaz, to think that I actually can't wait to go to an airport again. You know, it's crazy, isn't it? Because we always think, airports, so, but just the fact to be able to get on a plane and go to the theatre and go to the movies and, just do all those things that we really take for granted, don't we?
100%. It's like things like going to the cinema, or going to buy a top from somewhere, or buying a latte. I'm crying out for my Costa latte, but honestly, in the last week, I'm like, I swear I will never take anything for granted ever again.
Yeah. With all this time on your hands, have you been watching a lot of Netflix?
I've been watching a lot of TV, yes. I got Disney Plus last week, which couldn't have come at a better time in the UK as far as I'm concerned. So I've watched Toy Story 4. I've started The Mandalorian, which I was super excited about because I'm a big Star Wars fan.
I saw you watched Coco the other day.
Oh my God!
It's so good, isn't it?
I don't know anything about that film, and I swear to God, by the end of it, I was actually broken.
Yeah.
Were blinding me.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. I loved it.
So good. I can't think of anything that I've binge watched in the last week, but last night, Mum and I decided to take out our absolute favourite, which is The West Wing. If anyone's to ask me my favourite TV show, it's got to be The West Wing.
Do you know, I've still never seen that, Kaz.
Oh my God!
I know.
It's so good, and it's on Netflix as well. But
is it on Netflix?
I've got it's called the Presidential Library, which is the box set of all of it.
Yeah.
And this is our 4th time going in watching it, and we got to episode 3 last night, and it still gets me every time. I was proper.
Well, do you know, now that I know that it's on Netflix, I'm going to watch it, because that's the...
Give it a go.
Yeah, definitely, because you have always raved about it. Always raved.
My dad's favourite way back when it was out in the early... it started in 1999 maybe, because the last season aired in 2006. And it was me and Dad's favourite, and Mum, it was like a family. We got down every week to watch it, and then I went and got the Presidential Library, and we've watched it twice since then, but we've brought it out for a 4th outing.
So what are the plans for you to go back to work? Have you been told how long it'll be?
Well, they're going to be reviewing it at the same time that Boris is obviously going to be reviewing what the situation is with the country. So that takes us to another 2.5 weeks, I think. Personally,
I love the way you say Boris. It just says so much. You don't even need to say anything, do you? It's just like Boris. Yeah.
Personally, I don't think we'll be back anytime soon, which is quite a scary prospect. But
although Donald Trump is saying that we'll be back by April, everything for America, that they'll be. Have you heard that he's talking about everybody being back by April?
Judging by how New York is looking right now, I find that hard to believe.
I must admit, Kaz, that I've only had 2 times where I've broken down, but the one time was in the supermarket when all the shelves were empty. It just hit me about, things. And the second time was when Broadway and the West End went dark. It was just very emotional. It really hit me, so I know that you are very involved with theatre in Glasgow. So, and I know it's been really sad to see some friends that were doing shows that have had to be cancelled. So it's really going to hit theatre in all shapes and forms, isn't it?
Yeah. Amateur theatre is going to take a massive hit, and it's going to be a hard comeback for everybody. Personally, I believe, for people to feel that they want to go to the theatre again without fear of getting something contagious.
Yeah.
But amateur theatre has taken a big hit as well, and it is so sad seeing some of these lovely Glasgow clubs that have had to postpone, and I hope they do get to perform them. But you forget what you have to take in. You've got the licensing of a show, you've got a theatre hired,
Everything.
The costs, and I'm sure insurance will work for places, but these clubs survive on people coming to see their shows.
I've got a really important question for you. Carolyn, what are people doing with all the toilet roll?
I would like to know the same thing. That has blown my mind from day one. That is, what the hell?
And it's still going on. It's like it's not getting better. Every time I go, I'm like, every time I go up to the toilet roll aisle, I feel like singing Memories, because it's just like, where is the toilet paper? It's people panic buying and
it's stupid.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy because if people just do what they should do and what they usually do, then there will be enough food for everybody.
Yeah. I was last in the supermarket on Saturday, a big named Marks and Spencer's, I will say, our local Marks and Spencer's, and I was so surprised because when we were queuing to get in, everybody kept their distance, which was great, but they had a manager outside asking everybody in the queue if they were all right. The one that's closest to us is quite a small food store. They were only letting 40 in at a time, so one in, one out.
Yeah.
But the staff couldn't have been more friendly. Like, I totally take my hat off to all the supermarket workers everywhere because they've got a really hard job right now.
Yeah.
But looking at the shelves on Saturday, I would have said that there was almost a sense of shelves back to normal, apart from the items that we've been talking about, like Luro, and pasta.
Yeah.
Again, are these people making mountains of pasta?
Yeah, exactly.
But I 100% take my hats off to everybody who's working in a supermarket retail outlet right now.
Well, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Kaz. It's there's people that are keeping those shelves stocked and that are going in every day and dealing with the public. It's a hard enough job at the best of times, but at the moment it's just I agree with you completely. We like the NHS, we take our hats off to all those people. So Kaz, thank you for coming back on Hart Talks again.
Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. I was going to ask you if there was one thing you wanted to say, but I'll say one thing as well. And the one thing that I'll say is that we don't do this, and maybe what we learn from what's going on is that we should maybe be doing this more often. Whether we can meet in person or not, it is important to see people's faces, because Facebook isn't, you don't get the same connection. So that's my piece of advice. So have you got anything worldly wonderful to say?
worldly wise and wonderful. I think my friends and family, like at this time, missing them terribly, and as you say, the video and whatever. But as soon as I get a chance to, I'm going to hug my nephews so tightly because I miss seeing their little faces.
Yeah.
And I will never take a hug or push anybody away from giving me a hug ever again.
Yeah, very true, Kaz. Some very good words there from you.
Oh, will we shout out to them?
Yeah.
Hi, Noah and Nathan.
Oh.
It's Auntie Kaz on the telly.
They'll be like, oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, Kaz. Well, thank you. And what are the last things that we always say? Please remember to
watch Hart Talks, and the link will be up here or down here. I don't know.
And
yeah,
what
Hart
else?
Talks, subscribe.
Yeah, like,
comment, share,
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Thank you, Kaz. It was great to see you. And I'll speak to you again soon.
Yes, let's do this again soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.